Hello and welcome back to Learn with ABMom. I'm so excited to teach you the present simple tense. So today's lesson is all about the present simple tense with examples and rules. How and when to use it. This lesson can be little difficult, but I'll try to do my best to keep it easy for you and have fun and enjoy learning. Let us start with the first usage of the present simple tense. The first usage is pretty simple. We use it to talk about fact, truth, and generalization. Let us look at some examples. The sun is bright. Now that is fact. It is always bright. It doesn't change. It's bright today, it was bright yesterday, and it will be bright tomorrow. So it's a fact. The second one, pigs don't fly. That is also fact. Everybody knows that the pigs don't fly. Next, cats are better than dogs. That is in my opinion, whether you agree or don't agree. But I make it a generalization that cats are better than dogs. And the last one, it's cold in winter. It's really cold in winter in some places, but people who are having cold in winter, they will always agree it's the truth. Now let us go back to the same sentence and let me explain. Now see what verb I used in the present simple tense. In the first sentence I used is. I used be verb is to talk about the sun. In the next sentence I used the negative verb don't. It's a contraction of do not. And in the third one, cats are better than dogs, I use the verb are because it's a plural. Okay, last one, it's cold in winter. Here I use the verb is. It is. It's a contraction of it is. It's cold in winter. Let's move to the next usage. We also use the present simple tense to talk about habits and routine. So things that we are doing it in action and that happen regularly. Let us look here for example. I always eat lunch at noon. I'm talking about my regular routine that I do regularly. What I do? I eat always my lunch at noon. It's a present simple tense. So here I use the verb eat. You must have noticed that I use the adverb always. And where is the verb here? The action I am doing is eat. So I eat. Eat is the verb. Second sentence. You play games every day. Now do you see the clue? I'm helping you with the clue. Every day, that shows a regular routine you are doing it or a habit. You play games every day. Where is the verb? The verb is play. The next one. John starts work at 9 a.m. daily. Here also a clue that he is doing it in a regular base daily, 9 a.m. daily. And where is the verb? Starts. Notice one thing that I added s to the verb because it's a singular. And we use s or es to the verb when it is singular and when the verb is only in a present simple tense. So John is he, so we use he starts, means John starts work at 9 a.m. daily. The last one, they study English every Monday. Every Monday they choose a regular routine which is fixed and we use it in a simple present tense. They study. Where is the verb over here? Study is the verb. So here I didn't add s to the verb study because they are plural. Let us move to the next one. We always use present simple tense with non-continuous verbs. These are verbs that we don't use in the continuous form, even if they are happening right now. These are called stative verbs. These are connected with thoughts, opinion, feelings, emotions, and our five senses. Let us have a look. I love my mom. The verb here is love. That is an emotion. So I use the present simple tense. It smells good. Smell is one of the five senses, so I use the present simple tense. You will notice that I added s to the verb smell because it is a subject of it. Seema feels happy. Seema feels happy. Here I also added s to the verb because Seema is she. So I added an s to the verb. The last one, they need help. So we don't say they are needing help, even though it's happening right now. Need is non-continuous, so we say they need help. So remember, you always use the present simple tense with non-continuous verb connected with thoughts, opinion, feelings, emotions, and all the five senses. Speakers occasionally use the present simple tense to talk about something that will happen in the near future. Now, can be a little bit confusing, but we are not using the future tense in this sentence. We are going to use only the present simple tense. It is possible to say, I have a class at 6 p.m. So this something will happen in the near future. So I am using a simple present tense. Lena arrives on Sunday. That is also pretty soon. So it's a future, near future. But here I am using a simple present tense. Lena arrives. Remember, I added s to the verb arrives because Lena is she. We start work soon. Again, the near future soon. So I use present simple verb start. Final one, my student come tomorrow. It is one and same thing. It's happening in the near future. So I use this simple present tense come. So it's a common to use the present simple tense to talk about something happening in the near future. Let us move to the next usage. Now we will talk about a possible negative usage and how to use it for the present simple tense. And that is do not and doesn't not. The first example is here. Seema eats bread. So remember, I've added an s with the verb eat because the subject is Seema and that is she. Now, we want to make this sentence a negative sentence. So what we have to do? Here, I changed the sentence into negative by adding does not. Notice one thing, I have removed the s from the verb eats. Now it becomes eat. Seema doesn't eat bread. And the contraction form of does not is doesn't. So remember, with the subject he, she, it, we use a negative form does not, doesn't. The next one, you swim well. Here there is no s with the verb because it is you. You swim well. So the negative will be you don't swim well. It will be don't. The negative form is do not and the contraction form is don't. And remember that with the subject I, you, we, they, we use a negative form do not and don't. Now let us form a question by adding do or does in a present simple tense. Let us look here. They live here. So the question will be, do they live here, just by adding do at the beginning. Do they live here and question mark. The answer could be yes, they do, or no, they don't. And you have to remember with I, you, we, they, we use do. The next one, he plays soccer. Here the subject is he. So by now you must be knowing when he is there, we add s to the verb. He plays soccer. So forming a question, we add does at the beginning. Does he play soccer? Just see, there is no s with the verb anymore. Does he play soccer? So here, he, she, it, we use does. I hope I made that lesson quite easy and simple for you. See you next time with one more lesson. Bye. Love and peace to all.